All right, let's just get started. Good morning, ladies. Thank you for starting my Saturday with me. I know we have a few people on the phone and then a few folks watching this via computer, so I will be sure to meet your needs for both. Um, Anyways, I'm really excited. We're going to be doing a masterclass on assertiveness training. Um, and I just want to emphasize who this is for. I want to make sure I am talking to my tribe of women where you're an action taker. You're so over bullshit excuses that you want to create change. You know you deserve better, and you are committed to taking action. And if this is yes, and I know for those of you on the phone you can't do this, but if this is a yes for you, feel free to type in that box. Wonderful. Sorry, I'm having, what is happening? So what we will cover today is, number one, how to reframe what you're telling yourself. Number two, how to see conflict as an opportunity. And number three, how to ask for a raise that you deserve. Throughout this session that we're going to have together is I'm going to provide a script for you. And I know since some of you are on the phone, I'll go ahead and email this presentation to you as well so that you have the word-to-word script. So make sure you have a pen and paper, whether you're watching this on screen or on the phone, because when we're able to retain information, whether we're visually seeing it or just audio, we're able to interpret it and you know, hear what we heard and just interpret it with whatever perspective that we have. As Oprah, who I love and adore, always asks in the beginning of a meeting is, what is your intention? Why did you want to spend 9 a.m. or wherever you're at in this world to come talk to me? What do you want to learn? What do you want to gain? So who am I? Well, I am a career coach for first-generation millennial women. My name's Elaine. I have been fired 3 times, quit twice, have 25 different jobs. Those are beautiful blessings in disguise, while at the same time, I've successfully negotiated my salary twice, once at $12,000 and another time at $26,000. I transitioned into a new career, not using the black hole of the internet. And also personally, I've ended toxic relationships, learned how to create boundaries, and say no. In the last 5 months since starting my career coaching business, I've worked with paying clients one-on-one within 2 weeks of starting. I've been a featured speaker for 3 national organizations and 1 international organization. I've presented to over 120 people. I'm living in my dream city. I'm talking to you here right now in Pasadena. And I've just attracted the best tribe to support me in my journey, whether it's women I have worked with or women that I am working with. And I know I am just getting started. So why am I qualified? And I think it's just really important to start this with understanding my story. I was very passive-aggressive. I mean, I grew up in a very passive-aggressive culture where we weren't direct with one another, where things kind of like, hey, did you hear so-and-so is upset with you? I'm like, wait, what? Why did this person tell me? I also attracted toxic relationships as well. When I was in a career that I didn't love, I had to make that choice where I had this amazing 1-bedroom apartment and lifestyle, moved back to my parents and realized, wait, what career am I going to do? I've also had to learn how to speak up. I used to be very quiet, not wanting to share my opinions and voice because I grew up in a culture where if you're a woman, you're not supposed to go into conflict with authority, such as, maybe it's a father figure, or in this case, in a career, it's your boss. But this is my mission. It's to help fellow first-generation millennial women to create their dream job and life. And I've been able to not only create breakthroughs in my life, but also my clients' life. But first, let's talk about the big 3 secrets of assertiveness. I know we talked about this in the first day of the Assertiveness Challenge, but it's, what is your why? And here I have a picture of my father and mom, and it's kind of crazy because I woke up this morning. I know I sent an email to all you ladies, but I woke up this morning and I was dreaming about my grandfather. I called him Tatang, and he passed away 15 years ago. I'm also turning 30 in 2 weeks. And he was at my aunt's house, and he was just so happy with the family. He came to me and hugged me. And I was crying because I just know I'm in my path. And he just reminded me of what my why is, because I could have woken up early this morning, um, like go to the gym. I will after, but my family is a reminder of what my why is. And it's been so beautiful seeing all of the message all of you ladies have left on the Facebook group. I mean, I know Yesenia here took a picture of her mom and her two grandmas, which was really touching. And every single post I read was about family, whether it was their child, their parent, their grandparent, but it's transcended along all generations. So I just want you to take a moment right now and ask yourself, what is your why? Why are you here talking to me this morning? Why do you want to be more assertive? Why do you want to have a voice? What has happened in your past, this setback where you want to create a comeback now? So let's get down to nitty gritties. Conflict, the number 2 tip is conflicts are opportunities. I know that when I have this sewer of emotions, and I really believe that our emotions are there as a good way to tell us if something is not right or wrong in our life. And when it is not right, it's to do something about it. Even, especially when it's someone we love. Maybe it's a parent, a partner, a child, or even a colleague. And perception is everything. Communication is what others understand, not what we say, because what we say could rub off the wrong way for other people. And if we care enough about that person, if we love that person enough, we want to let them know, like, hey, what you said hurt, and they may not have known it. I know it's consistently important for the people I love to give me feedback. So when they give me feedback, even if it's painful, I respond to them and say, thank you. I know that was really hard for you to tell me, but thank you. And when we get into conflicts, we also get to learn more about ourselves, our loved ones and colleagues, and also to listen with commitment. I know I talked about this earlier in one of my lives is, help me understand why are you angry that I did this? How can I better communicate that with you? So here is 4 different scripts that you could use. I know there's some of you on the phone, so I'll just read it to word, but one script that I use is, I love you. Can you help me understand what I might be saying that frustrates you, so that you remind them that you value the relationship, you love this person, and you're asking them to understand. The second quote I use this all the time at work, is, I want to respect your time. What do we need to get done before you leave? Or what do we need to get done before this meeting is over? So right away, you're letting them know you respect their time. Number 3 is, we are creatures of habit. We always do the same thing. And it's amazing how people that love us will let us know, like, you say that usually, or you do this when this happens. So third phrase I like doing is, what would you like me to do differently? Fourth is there something I should understand about you? Like, since we're having this conversation, what should I understand about you? So type in the comment box, let me know from all these 4 quotes, which one seems appealing to you? Which one is something you would want to apply? The third tip I have is, be brave and ask for help. I have done interviews with about now 65 first-generation millennial women. And what a lot of the women, including myself, struggle with is being brave and asking for help. Because we all know that when our loved one, our friends call us at maybe 2 in the morning, we will pick up and we will do whatever we need to help them. But when it comes to whatever we need to work on, we don't want to be a burden to others. And what I want to emphasize and accentuate here is that you're not a burden. You're only a burden if you keep complaining. You're not a burden if you ask for help, if you ask for advice. For example, for me personally, when I was going through a really hard time in my life last year, I actually sought therapy, professional therapy, to get that help. And I came in that therapy chair and be like, these are my issues. What can I do to help it? And because I'm a perfectionist, and you guys would laugh about this, I know I did a video about it. I was like, so, how long will it take me until I'm done with therapy? Because, I have a budgetary line. I don't know how long it takes, but you just don't know. It takes time. And even right now with my own business, like I made a conscious decision to hire a business coach to help me along my way so I could better serve and fulfill my mission to help other first-generation millennial women. And instead of complaining, I'm always asking, so what am I not doing right? What can I do? What can I tweak? What can I fix? And so I also want to go over 4 scripts I use. So number 1, we talked about earlier, can you help me understand why this is important to you? Number 2, I value our relationship more than being right. So please help me understand, because it's not about who's right or wrong. It's about how you value your relationship and asking these questions. The third one is, how can I do this so it will work? And 4th, what did I do to make you feel that way? Like, help me understand. Why are you frustrated? Is it something I said? Can you help me understand so I could help better communicate? Asking questions all the time shows them that you're committed to this relationship, whether it's a loved one or at work, and shows that you value it so that you can move forward. The hardest thing is deciding to have the conversation, right? And creating action. It's kind of like, oh, I should go to the gym this morning. But the hardest part is getting in your car, driving to the gym. And then once you're there, you're there. So it is a commitment to the people we love, to the jobs we do, to be very direct with them and have these conversations. And like I said earlier with number 2, see conflict as an opportunity. And with that, it just helps us move forward to have these conversations. So I want to go over the bonus since you are here with me today. The bonus is on salary negotiation, and this is the exact script I used to get my first raise, my first $12,000 raise. It actually, there was a lot of prep work and mindset work, excuse me. But within the conversation, it took me like 20 minutes. Like it didn't feel like it was nagging or pulling, but my boss, she said, yeah. So this is the script I use. I said, thank you for the opportunity for, X years. So 2 years working here. I've really enjoyed it. While at the same time, I've been able to implement A, B, and C. I'm asking for a $12,000 raise. What I personally use, thank you for the opportunity for working 1 year here. I really enjoy it. While at the same time, I've been able to exceed my goals, double my goals, increase this, do this. And right after you ask that number question, I'm asking for a blank raise. Be silent. This is the hardest part, is being silent, because I know you are waiting. And this is the implementation from, I believe it was day 2 of using the thank you sandwich to doing the salary negotiation. It's really important to take out the emotion away from it and just talk about numerics, reminding your boss your value to the organization, And also keep in mind that a lot of times, your direct boss does not manage or control the budget. So you need to help him or her explain to whoever does, like, hey, you know what, Elaine does deserve this raise. This is a memo she put together. Apparently, she's not getting paid the extra $10,000 like other people. She's had 10 years experience. We require 5 years. So let's go over the documents that is needed for a salary negotiation that I personally have used. Number one, it's a memo of what you've done. What I've done in my own career and job is just create a running list of all the successes I have done. And so when you're presenting a memo, just like anything when you're working, you put in that memo, and the more numbers you put, the better. So putting, I did X amount within X times, I have doubled this, put a percent increase. All of that is really great to do. The second thing I did was doing a comparison of other salaries around the region. So I used payscale.com, glassdoor.com. These are free services where you could put in the title of what you do and the company, and it just runs a report. So that I'm just really excited that you've been able to spend this beautiful morning with me. And because of that, I want to give back during the holidays. So my gift to you, valued at $250, I would love to talk to you for 30 minutes on the phone and see how we could keep this momentum, how we could create this change, especially during the holiday season, like ending 2017 strong. So if this is something you would love to do, just go on the link that is on this screen. And for those on the phone, it's bit.ly/contact Elaine Lou, all lowercase. So once again, it's bit.ly/contact ELAINELOU. So I want to make sure that I have done my job as a coach, and I want to know, what will you implement now to be assertive and create your dream life? Like, please type in the box, is there a certain quote that really resonated with you, or what questions will you ask? Or even just doing the simple thing of reminding yourself when you feel uncomfortable, like, you know what, emotions are good. This conflict is an opportunity so I could be closer to my partner, so I could be closer to my boss, so I could be closer to my child. Whether you're implementing a perception or implementing a script, you're one step closer. And I will say, it's really 80% mindset and 20% execution when we just shift and change our paradigm for it. So set your intention always, and be mindful of when you're going to do that. Is that something you're going to do right now? Like, you know what? Conflicts are opportunities. Or I'm going to approach my boss or my colleague to talk about this. And that is it. I know one of you just hopped on later this morning, but I really appreciate all of you just being completely vulnerable on the Fierce Gen Tribe group. And if you know anyone else that would value from this group, as I provide career tips along with other experts in this field, please invite them. But I just appreciate everything you guys have done. It's a lot of work to be assertive or to want to create change in your life. And so I'm going to end it and go back to what is your why? Like, why are you here this morning? Why do you want to create change? And it's easier to know what your why is when it's more than just you. And so for every post and answer I've seen on Facebook, it's been family, including myself, waking up to dreaming about my grandfather and hugging him. I mean, I was crying this morning, and I had to call my dad and tell him, like, I had a dream about your dad. But have a beautiful morning. And once again, thank you so much. I would love to get your feedback on the challenge, and I will talk to you all soon. Have a great weekend.